I'm leaving Vegas. Had a good time. Time to get back to work.
Simply Me, period. A true story based on the life of B. Hazley.
If cars could only talk. Well, my name is Connie, and I can talk. Giving honor to God, I am going to attempt to tell you a little bit about my owner, B. Hazley. I have been with B for a very, very long time. We've had a lot of ups and downs together. So just sit back and relax and let me share some of the things that I found out about her over the years. B wants me to tell you a little bit about this classroom called Earth. B was always taught in high school that A was very good, B was good, C was average, D was below average, and F was failure. Well, she wants to let you know about some of the D's in her life. She had several. The first D that we're going to start with is dancing. She loved to dance. If you read the book, Simply Me, period, you read in there where she loved to slip off after school and go dance at her local dance place called Phil's Cafe. She got in trouble many an evening after school, but she loved to dance. Today, she still loves to dance. But one of the things she discovered through her dancing is that she's trying to turn a negative on dancing into a positive. And let's just look at some of the things she thinks about dancing. Hey, this is B again. Hey, you guys. I told you in the book, Simply Me, that I was going to I wanted to be a striptease dancer. Well, today I am going to achieve one of my dreams. Kind of put a check mark beside it. I'm going to do that striptease dance for you today. Okay? Number one, I want to just kind of talk to you about a few things, though. First, go back in my life and just show you what I used to do when I would go out and dance. And by the way, I remember this one function that I went to, and they were on the floor doing this dance with you pushing your hands up, and I found out later that that was called raising the roof. Well, I want you to know my roof was raised that night because as I was doing that dance, the Holy Ghost caught a hold of me. And I tell you, my body started jerking. I had no control. I actually fell to the floor. I just went limp. The next thing I knew, my husband was picking me up off the floor. So that's what I want you to know, that as of that day, that's when my life really started to turn around. Today, dancing means to me, D, determination, as I stated before, A, acceptance. Whatever way you are, if you turn your life over to God, He'll accept you. N is never quit. Just never give up on your dreams. C is always be encouraged. Just say a encouraging word to somebody. And I think I left out I before, and I purposely kind of left it out or just went over it because your life is never complete. I can't figure God out, so I always have something I'm striving for. But I, to me, right now, is income, and G is goals. So I'm going to achieve another one of my goals today. So here I go. And from my grandson, King James, he gave me this super grandma. This is something I got for Christmas. And Shayla gave me something that I'm wearing that I'm very proud of. What would Jesus do? So as I'm doing this, I'm just talking to myself, and I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to turn my life over to you, Jesus, so tell me what to do. So here we go. Hey, you ready? Okay, here we go. I'm stripping. Hey, this represents envy, throwing it away. Hey, this is jealousy. Oh, that big one. You ready? Here it comes. Anger. Anger. Let it go. Hey, procrastination. I'm going to work on that. How about you? Pride. Hatred. Slowfulness. When I was growing up, I could just really do those dances. I just like to get out there and dance. Just move my body. You know, they had this dance called Do the Dog. Then I just began to do a dance like this. They were just jumping up. And I just collapsed. Now even if the music stopped, I can just keep on going. Hey, didn't need a partner. I get up and dance by myself. Sometimes you got to walk in this life by yourself, but you got to put God first. Now, He just stripped me of all that stuff I didn't need. Woo! Envy, infidelity. Woo! That's a biggie. Let's do that one again. Infidelity. Kick it. Woo, some of it I just wanted to hold on to. So it's kind of taking me a while to, let it go. Lying. 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 Here we go. It's so much more. So much more. But you get the message. You get the message. Boy, that procrastination. Ooh, I want to take it off so bad. Just won't come. Now, let's put on the real stuff. God wants you to look good. He wants you to feel good. So, hey, I didn't do drugs, but he certainly has given me a drug and alcohol ministry. And I just want to talk to young people in a cool way. So in chapter 3 of the book, stop, look, and listen. This is what I'm talking about. Hey, stop. Just stop wherever you are. Listen to what God is saying to you and just look around you. One of the questions that was asked of me, how did you know what to put in your book? When the thoughts came through my head, I would stop. If I was dancing, I'd stop. I'd go get me a piece of paper and I'd write it down, put it aside. Keep on going, doing what I was doing. Then another thought would come. I would stop. I'd write it down and I'd put it aside. In the quietness of the night, when a lot of you are probably sleeping, God reveals to me what to say and to do. People don't think I work because they see me walking down the street during the day, doing everything anybody else do during the day. I'm telling you the real reason why you can achieve your dreams. He talks to you in the still of the night. And if you're laying there and you have a dream or a thought come to you, don't just lay there. Get up and write it down. Little by little, he will reveal to you what your true purpose on this earth really is. There's so much more I could say, but I want to leave you with some key issues in my life right now. This is where I stand in my life right now. And I'm going to have to get it and read it because I want to give the author's true credit for it. Because to me, I have not created anything on this universe. I have used what other people have already created. The Bible was already created. I just studied it and tried to obey it. Do the promises. Turn your life around. The poems that I like, the books that I read, they have already been written by other authors. I just try to make my life easier by reading and listening to the things that they've gone through so I won't have to go through them. And I have read a lot of stories, and I said to my daughter the other day I was there, we were reading a book, and I said, oh my God, I don't have a story to tell because I hadn't been through near as much as this individual had been through. And I credit that to reading their story and turning my life around before I get to that. However, I know that you got to go through that valley yourself so that God can, take you through the test so that you can have a testimony. And like the songs I listen to, that's why I wanted you to listen to the songs. It says it better than me. So let me tell you these last two things, and then this is another goal I can check off. This is the video. I was going to do a book, a video, another book, and a movie. So what? 2 down, 2 to go. Okay, this is a good example of what I do when I get a thought or something happens, then I write it down. As I'm walking sometimes, I went by Carver, and inside there, on the east classroom wall, Carver Elementary Center, this was spring of 1998, May 15th, 1998,
at 8 a.m. to be specific. This is what I saw, and I stopped and I asked for a pen and a pencil, and I wrote it down. This is really where I am in my life right now. 100 years from now, it will not matter what my bank account was, the sort of house I lived in, or the kind of clothes I wore. But the world may be much better or much different because I was important in the life of a child. And the author it had on there was unknown. Okay, and the other thing, the best things in life are free. When we count our many blessings, it isn't hard to see that life's most valued treasures are the treasures that are free. For it isn't what we own or buy that signifies our wealth. It's the special gifts that have no price. Our family, friends, and health. And this is by Emily Matthews. And I thank you. Okay, here I go. This is my little freedom dress that I did. And I'm just going to model. I had the lady make it for me. Each one of these fringes represents something. It represents to me a choice in life. You can go negative down or you can go positive up. I choose to go up. This is Philippians 3:13-14. It says, "Brethren, I count not myself to have apprehended," meaning I haven't learned everything. But this one thing I do. I'm forgetting a lot of those things in the past, which are behind me. And that's why I'm doing this. I'm just putting it on video, putting it behind me so that I can go forward. And I'm reaching forth unto those things which are before in the future. I press toward the mark for the prize of the high calling of God in Jesus Christ. And I just want to say thank you to each one of you who have taken the time to just look at this video. Some people are too busy, but I feel like God has given me the ability to speak. I don't have that beautiful song voice, like sing like a bird, but I can talk. And I'm just letting God use me. So clean me out, Lord. Continue to clean me out. Let me just strip myself of all those things that will cause me not to do your work. But yet and still he lets me be free. I'm in the world, but not of the world. Thank you. Next, she's going to talk to you about drugs and how drugs affected her life. She started smoking after she was a young adult. And then she smoked for almost 30 years. But guess what? She also became a conqueror of that. She quit.
I guess you have had like peer pressures and everything like that, like all kids did. Did you do any drugs and alcohol as you were growing up?
As a child, if you want to call smoking and meddling with the cigarettes, drugs, and I do today, yes, I did. I did not do alcohol or the drugs like they talk about today, but to me, they're all the same. Cigarettes, to me, I believe, is a drug. The other area she's going to talk to you about is debt. She just had mountains of debt. And some of the things that she could have done had she not had debt, she didn't get to do. So she wants to share with you some of the things she went through, her credit history. She has a file that's about 4 inches high. B's credit file. Notice the little dolls. Retirement savings. Let me recap. I have told you a little bit about dancing, drugs, and debt. Now let's add death.